Getting the families out there was a huge part of the initial negotiations, I guess, and it's been a huge help to have them here with us, and we want them to be able to travel around with us. So I'm sure if we are allowed to move interstate, I don't see why the families who are part of our bubble wouldn't be allowed to move interstate with us.
But if they couldn't, would that, for you, change your situation in terms of what you've committed to?
Potentially, but again, it's a hypothetical situation at the minute, and until I get told that something's changed, there's no decision to make, and it just adds to the unknowns, the things I don't really need to worry about at the moment. If something like that happened, I have to get the information and we can sort of work through it and see how that looks.
In a further blow to England's preparations, the first day of their final 4-day warm-up match was washed out without a ball being bowled. And that's just after 29 overs were possible across 3 days in their first warm-up game last week. Buttler admits preparations have been difficult.
Going into an Ashes series, granted, you want the best preparation possible. In this case, it's not possible, and that's not going to change, and it's not going to change immediately, or we can't change what's happened in the last few months to improve that. So you have to make sure that every chance you get, you can prepare, and mentally as much as anything, to switch yourself on to when that first ball comes down, that you're ready to go. I think it's really important moving into an Ashes series, whichever side it is or individual, the better you can deal with the off-field distractions and frustrations. I see that as being a huge part of the series, whichever side can deal with that the best.
And it's not just England who have issues. Australia have been forced to rethink their approach after captain Tim Paine stood down.
Of course, we plan against an opposition, and there's a lot of stuff that goes into that. But in those kind of things, we want to focus a lot on ourselves. We want to focus on our preparation, albeit that as sort of unique as that's been, to make that as best as possible, especially in this week leading up to the first game, and not to focus too much on what's going on with Australia. I think probably both sides are excited for the cricket to start and for the off-field distractions to sort of hopefully move into the background, and we can start really talking about some great cricket on the field.